Hey everyone, welcome to the Essential Oils for Cleaning class. I am just going to invite Angie and we will get started. Angie, invite there. If you're on live or watching replay, hey, there we go.
Hey.
Oh, I love that hat.
Thank you.
Good. Looks good. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be here with you.
Me too. I'm excited for another one. It was so fun last time, so excited to do it again. Yeah. So, well, we'll get started because I know Angie has to go get her kids later and then I got another call. So we're excited that everyone's here. We see that someone has joined. Beth, great to have you. Anyone else joins, just feel free to use the comments to say hello and ask any questions at any point. If we don't get to the questions at the end or throughout, we'll make sure that we'll jump back in and answer via typing it up. So we're excited today to talk about essential oils for cleaning. Me and Angie love all of doTERRA's essential oil cleaning products and the oils. And they've just, for me, they've revolutionized the way that we care for our family and we take care of our household. And I'll just give a quick story that, you know, I was mopping the other day and my daughter, 2 years old, loves to like play in everything, especially water. And she put her hand straight in the mop bucket and normally I'd be like, ah. But it was On Guard cleaning concentrate. So I was like, it's okay. You know, so just the fact that we could trust the essential oils we use and the products we use around our kids is just so huge as well. So we're just going to, I'll give you guys a little bit of an agenda for now. We're just going to share a little bit more about us. I'll have Angie introduce herself and I'll introduce myself, a little bit more about our essential oil cleaning experience, kind of talk about toxins and just briefly and just why we actually should consider natural solutions such as essential oils, and then we'll say kind of the science behind the oils, and then we'll get into some examples of what oils are great for cleaning, some great products, and then we'll just share with you a special offer, a special kit that we put together to really help you get started with cleaning with oils. So lots to cover, and so we'll just dive on in. So Angie, please introduce yourself to everybody.
Hi. So I'm Angie O'Toole. I'm just honored to be here with you guys today. In a nutshell, there's a lot I could say, but I'm the mom of 5 kids. My oldest is almost 10. My youngest is just turned 6 months old. And so they keep me very busy. I work with my husband as well in our business here in Iowa, and I homeschool my kids. So we're home a lot. So the cleaning piece is like very pertinent to my life with this many kids at home homeschooling. And yeah, I just love essential oils. They've just radically changed how I care for my family and how my household runs and operates, just like you, Brianna. So I'm really excited to share more about that today.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Every time you say 5 kids, and I'm like, man, everything that you do just amazes me because
every time I say 5 kids, every time I say it, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, when I met you, it was only 2, and you know,
yes.
So, it's amazing. And yeah, so I'm Brianna. I'm a holistic health coach as well as an essential oils mentor. And Angie introduced me to essential oils 3 years ago in the Cayman Islands. I don't know how an Iowa girl and Cayman Islands girl met, but we met. And we've just been really great friends since and have just kind of gone back and forth and just sharing with each other even just different ways to use oils. Like ever since I've, got pregnant, had kids, Angie's just the person I, go to. Like, can I use an oil for this? And she always has great advice. And so, yeah, and I just, in this season, as if you guys have been following me for a while, I've just been trying to focus more on essential oils just because as I've leaned into using them more in my own home and my family, I just see the power of them. And so many people aren't educated on actually how you use them well, and I don't even know what you can use them for. And so we just wanted to have this conversation as it's springtime and most people are thinking about spring cleaning and decluttering. I'm like in a nesting phase. And with a 2-year-old, it feels like no matter what I clean with, it just, it always gets messy. But still trying to clean up my house. And so, yeah, so we'll just talk a little bit. I'll have Angie share a little bit about her experience using doTERRA and essential oils with cleaning with 5 kids at home, homeschooling as well. And then I'll share a little bit about mine and we'll get into it.
Perfect. Yeah, so I have a lot of stories I could share, but I guess the things that really come top of mind for me when I think about cleaning this way versus cleaning the old way I used to clean. Number one, I don't get headaches when I clean anymore. I don't get headaches when I do laundry anymore. I specifically remember I was just starting to use essential oils. This was probably, gosh, like 8 years ago now, maybe 7, but a long time ago. And I remember like I was bleaching something in my laundry room to get stains out of it. And I just remember for like 2 days I had a headache and I just couldn't figure out why I had this headache. And then as soon as I got rid of that from my laundry room, I realized, oh my goodness, like I feel good now. And it's just because I had this bleach. And so I've really gone so far as to really try to remove like all the toxins from our home. Sometimes it's impossible to do all of the toxins. Like every once in a while, maybe we need to use a little bleach for something here, not every now and again, but it's not like a regular thing I use anymore, where before it was a go-to for me. So I've just personally noticed a lot of the health benefits like that I never even thought about, but I just saw effects of by switching the products that I use to doTERRA and just essential oil-based products. And then another thing that's top of mind is like how often my kids help me clean. And I can just give them like a spray bottle and say like, why don't you go clean the windows? Or why don't you, like every 3-year-old needs a job to do, right? So like I just give them stuff and tell them to clean to help me, because it's just part of my parenting philosophy that I want to raise my kids that way too. But I can do that. And I would not be able to do that if I was just using some random all-purpose cleaner from Target or, Amazon or wherever. So I really love that. Just the safety side of things. I really love that, my kid can have a little bit of exposure to this. And as long as they're not like squirting the entire bottle in their mouth or like, drinking a whole bottle of tea tree oil or something, they're going to be fine. So I love that. And then just like practically speaking, there's so many things that I use like oils for with cleaning, where before, I would just have to be like touching stuff with chemicals in it. And I know, Brianna, you'll talk about the toxin component of that and why we don't want to do that later. But like lemon, for instance, like if my kid colors on the wall, I know that I can use lemon oil as, a replacement for Gooby Gone or whatever. So I just love that, honestly. And I just, it's really great. So it's just radicalized like in such a powerful way, taking those toxins out of my home.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I think what you're saying, just the safety and the health benefits. And, it's interesting. I think we don't realize what may be causing us certain things such as headache, which, some people think that it's normal to have that until we remove something. And then we're like, wait, what? It was this. And, I've even found that coach with food as well. And so it's really cool that you had that experience. I think for me, I don't know. I think, I after getting married and having my own house to clean, and we went quite a bit of time without kids. So it wasn't necessarily for me that it was like, I want to do this for the safety of my kids. But as I learned as a health coach more about the impact of toxins on our body, and not just how it, we say toxins, we're like, we want to do more things more natural, but literally how it can cause detrimental effects over the long term in our house. I just was like, okay, what can I do? Simply change these things out. And I think it's been an experimentation journey too, as well. Like, my daughter loves playing in the dirt. And so half her really awesome clothes are like stained. And I'm like, how am I going to get these out? I don't want to just say like, these are your play clothes. And so I've experimented a lot with different essential oils and natural things to say, okay, get this out. And some has worked, some have not. Right. So I think for me, it's become very about like health and just saying like, I want to make sure that personally, me, my husband, and now my child is just, we're constantly surrounded by products that are not going to take away from our health, but add to our health. And so, some of the new products, especially the Abode cleaning line, like I just really enjoyed washing my dishes, which I don't know if anyone really enjoys washing them, but I just feel so great. Like it smells great. And I actually think, there was a stomach bug going around. I actually think just by like using those products, I didn't get that stomach bug to the extent that a lot of my friends did, and so it's just really cool for me to be like cleaning my floors or, simply washing dishes, which I do every day, and knowing that it's actually helping my health versus just like being neutral or taking away from it. I had another friend who, simply, this pandemic has been happening and really has just said that like she thinks because of using these cleaning products, like her family didn't get the huge effect of the pandemic and what it's caused too. So yeah, and I think it can be really simple as like, do-it-yourself solutions people talk about or pre-done. And so I've just experimented and I've had fun. Made my own laundry soap. I think you gave me the recipe for that, which takes a little bit of work, but it's fun to do. It's fun to, and it's just fun to know that we don't have to always like buy things too. I think it's just nice to know that if I just have a couple like essentials like vinegar or baking soda or Castile soap and oils around, quick little thing to deal with a particular issue. So yeah, and so I'll just briefly talk about like just this idea of toxins and the idea of even greenwashing. I think a lot of us think like if we look at certain products, I asked a friend who came to a class on essential oils for cleaning about this, and she's in the marketing and media, and she was just like, you know, if it looks green and natural, like in my mind, I think it's safe because we associate outside with nature and, you know, good, but that's what marketing companies have done for us. They've had certain claims and even certain branding to help us think this is good, you know. So even when something says natural, like what does that really mean? And so, you know, the environmental working group has done a really lot of great work around helping you identify what products are safe or not. But there are a couple, you know, toxins that we want to look out for. Some common ones in our skin care and cleaning care are like parabens, formaldehyde, triglycerin, BHA. Parfum is probably one of the most popular, and fragrance, because actually companies do not have to actually tell you what is in that. That's very general because it's a trade secret. And so you might have something that is parfum or fragrance and it's actually a, you know, a natural reoccurring pure thing of that, but some people it might not be, but it's the same word, right? So just looking out, like you could even go onto the website, environmental working group, the dirty dozen of cosmetic chemicals, and that's typically what we find in our personal care and cleaning care products, is to look out for those same way you would look out for the dirty dozens of fruits and vegetables. But the impact of these is just the fact that these toxins, there's a lot of different impacts, but one of them for women in particular is that they're endocrine disruptors. And so for those that don't know what endocrine is, the endocrine system manages your hormones. And obviously females and males, we have very similar hormones, but some that are different. But for you know, 50 plus hormones, but it can mess with your cycle, every part of your cycle, no matter what stage you're in your cycle. It can act as estrogen mimickers, so your body may think you have too much estrogen or too little estrogen, and therefore it just cannot function the way it does. They also act as obesogen, so make it hard to like lose fat. And that is why when most people don't realize, when we detox, the reason we feel better is because we've lost fat, and toxins hide in fat. And so that's actually why we feel really great, is because we'd have less toxins in our body. And so there's a wide array of different things it can contribute to. It can be contributing to your headaches, your fogginess, and even more serious health conditions, right? And we just want to open people's mind to this, because when most people think about toxins, they think about traditional toxicology, like don't drink bleach, like this intense amount of high doses of something in a small instant. But what we're talking about is like the low dosage exposure over time. And how can we reduce that toxic load and allow our body, which has detoxification systems already, to do its job and not be as sluggish in that process, okay? So that's why we think essential oils, though, when you're getting a pure, we're not talking about all essential oils are not created equal. That's why we get pure essential oils that are just the essential oil and has all the health benefits it should, are great alternatives. And so I'll have Angie kind of talk about like why clean with essential oils then.
Yeah, so that was so beautifully said. I even love the tip that you said about the fat and like losing toxins with that. That's just such a great thing to focus on, that, you know, that is a huge piece of why we feel better when we do lose weight. And that's just could be mind blowing and life changing for people to hear. So
right.
Thank you for pointing that out too.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So with essential oils, like you said, all oils are not created equal. So like if you guys go to the dollar store or you go to the Target $3, $5, $10 bin and there's, oh my goodness, there's some lavender or there's some lemon essential oil. Those oils are going to contain the things that Brianna was just telling you to avoid, because they are not pure essential oils. So that natural perfume or fragrance, that is going to be included in those, and probably like the primary component of those essential oils, because they're not essential oils, or if they are, they get away with labeling it that way because maybe like point something percent is like an actual drop of lavender in that, bottle of 200 drops of lavender. So that's something that to keep in mind. And we can go more into that, another time, another class, about like why we really, through our research, through the years of using the oils, have really come to love and trust doTERRA essential oils. And a big piece of that is they are very transparent on where they're getting their oils from, on the third-party testing that's done on every batch of oil. And they will actually turn away and not buy oils from, the growers and harvesters if it doesn't meet a specific blueprint quality-wise of what they're looking for, or if it's in any way contaminated. So that's where, like, don't take this advice and then go to Target and buy these oils that we're going to mention, because it just won't be the same thing, and it could be detrimental, and it's probably not something you want, for instance, your kid cleaning with, like we're talking about today. So, so a lot of the oils, the beauty about essential oils is they do have different chemical components to them. And when I say chemical, a lot of people probably think, oh, toxins, but like everything, all the foods we eat, all of the plants, and the, things that grow organically in nature have some kind of a chemical makeup. So for instance, I'm just going to talk about tea tree essential oil, like super briefly, just as an example. So tea tree, like the chemical constituents of that are naturally antifungal. They're naturally antiseptic. They're naturally going to be able to clean your bathroom because they're antiseptic, and you're not going to like, oh, maybe you're going to get, cross-contamination with something that went down in there that, you have a toddler or whatever. So that's where we safely can use it. And a lot of like even the conventional products that you'll find on the shelf when you go to any department store that are cleaning products, they've kind of designed those products to mimic what happens in nature with the actual essential oil. So I don't know, like I could go down a rabbit trail with that, but that's kind of in a nutshell why I personally like to clean with the things that come straight from nature, that have the chemical makeup already to do the job and get it done without adding additional chemicals into the mix of what I'm dealing with and touching and putting into my home.
Yeah. No, I love that. And I love how you pointed out too that, like, everything has toxins. It's not necessarily like we can't really be toxin free, but it's like the synthetic toxins. It's the ones that are man-made. It's the ones that are made to mimic. Like, those are the ones we need to watch out for. And it's the same thing. Like, I think it's just opening people's eyes. It's like, we would have this conversation around food too, right? It's like eating an apple is better than eating something that kind of mimics an apple, So it's the same thing, but I just think, it is a newer idea to people around essential oils as well. And, as Angie talked about, tea tree, I'll have, actually, Angie, maybe we'll go into talking about the top 5 oils for cleaning. And since you talked about tea tree, why don't you go ahead and just share with us a little bit more about why tea tree is a great one and different ways that you in your
food. So tea tree, we'll go back into it again, also known as melaleuca. The official name of it is melaleuca, but a lot of people get confused by that because there's also a brand called melaleuca. So doTERRA actually just like in the last couple of years finally was like, we like to stick with our real names of things, but for this one it's too confusing for people, and everybody knows tea tree. So you may or may not love or like or tolerate the smell of tea tree. I mean, it's very distinct for those of you who have smelled it. You know what I'm talking about. But tea tree is just a great one to use because of what I mentioned about the chemical constituents of it. And it is going to be naturally antifungal. It's going to be naturally antiseptic. It's naturally antibiotic. It's a great one to use when you are cleaning something that's particularly nasty, whether it's, in the septic realm or not that you're dealing with, but great one to clean your bathroom with. Ideas on using this would be, you could just put a few drops with some baking soda in your toilet bowl to use as a natural toilet bowl cleaner. You could add a couple of drops. If you like the scent of it, you can add a couple of drops into your laundry just for an added boost. I have other ones that I'll share about that I like to do more with that because I like the scent a bit more than tea tree. Tea tree could be another one that would just be a great one to like whip up with some lemon and some water or vinegar and like a spray bottle, just for a quick and easy spray to wipe down your counters with. Sometimes I'll just like put a couple drops directly on my like bathroom countertops, for instance, and then just wipe it down with some water just to sanitize. It's excellent for sanitizing things.
Yeah, yeah. And I remember you telling me this tip. I mean, it's not necessarily cleaning your house, but when you get a cut, to clean it with a little bit of tea tree as well. And so when my daughter fell the other day, and I was like, tea tree, I just remember like, okay, let's clean it with tea tree and even bug bites and mosquitoes, it's a great cleaning oil for your skin, for your body, and for your home. So I love that so much. Another really popular one, I mean, lemon, you've mentioned that as well. And it's funny because in my, which I recommend, we give kind of a book like this to our customers as well. But I was just looking at the cleaning recipes in here and trying to test them out. And it's just amazing how many times lemon kept popping up. It was just like, man, I just need, you could do a lot with just lemon and tea tree as well. Lemon, because of its high, what we call limonene content, that's the chemical constituent. It's very cleansing and detoxifying in nature. I remember Angie and I talked about lemon in our last live last month and the power of even drinking it internally and not using it in plastic or styrofoam because it will literally break it apart. Like it fights anything like that. It's like meant to cut that through. And so, Angie's mentioned this already, but like if you get like stubborn sticker residue or honestly pots that just like stains or grease won't come out, it's great for polishing your wood and your leather furniture. I love adding tea tree and lemon to my laundry to just give that, that it was just such a beautiful combo and actually smells really great together. But I love using it to neutralize odors. This is one of my favorite ways. I work out at home and I often use a whiteboard to write down the workout. And I think my markers should be replaced. Let's just be honest. Or sometimes I leave it on the whiteboard too long and it's like water won't get it out. But when I put a drop of lemon essential oil on that whiteboard, it just like comes out so great. And so I've used lemon a lot. Like it's one of the primary ones that we're using around our home with water, with tea tree, with vinegar to just clean about everything. And it's very powerful, even as I was saying, for like gym clothes. I mean, if you have like teenagers or husbands or you yourself, like you just feel like your gym clothes are like, ugh, it really gets that odor out as well as, cleaning it. And so lemon is a very powerful one to use as well. I'll have Angie share a little bit more about, let me share a little bit about lavender and then we'll get to the blends. Then she'll get to On Guard. So lavender is another powerful one. We talked about this one last time too, and you can use this in multiple ways for multiple things. Most people think it's really great for sleeping and stress, which it is, but also a great powerful cleaning solution. I use lavender in a dryer ball for my dryer sheets to replace the dryer sheet. I usually put it with a spritz to like spray my sheets so they smell like lavender and calming and relaxing. You can even put this in your detergent, like your if that's what you want to do. But it's very great. It's a cleanse. The high linalool content too, and some of the other ones are also cleansing in nature. So it's great for your skin. Often when people ask for like skin recommendations, I literally almost always say tea tree and lavender to start, and frankincense. And so really great for that. Let me see some other ways that I pointed out here. Carpet freshener. I love just getting some baking soda, some lavender, and spraying it. It's just like, it's amazing. And I'm like, man, this smells better than past carpet fresheners I used to use without the headache, And again, my daughter runs around on the carpet all the time barefoot. So it's just comforting to know it's like, well, maybe she's calming down as she's running because the lavender is there. And so it's a powerful one to use even in your kitchen and your bathroom as well. So those three single oils, tea tree, lemon, and lavender, are really great. But now we'll talk about two blends that doTERRA has created and even has created products from that's just been so great to clean with. And I'll have Angie talk about On Guard first.
Yeah, so On Guard, I didn't actually grab my straight bottle of On Guard, and I know I'm going to just highlight these briefly, but On Guard, they've taken the On Guard oil and put that blend into several different targeted cleaning products. So for instance, this is my On Guard Cleaner Concentrate. So while I don't have the bottle to hold up here, I've got the concentrate here, but On Guard's just going to be another great one. It's going to have that like warm cinnamony clove, just that deeper smell. It's very great. It's also got all those good anti-everything, antiseptic, antifungal, all those, you know, the things that we want to kill off, but that we want to leave the good things. You know, we don't want to just strip everything down like bleach does. I mean, bleach, yes, it kills germs and viruses, but then it also like takes away good things even from our bodies, or adds even toxins to our bodies. So On Guard would be a great one to use in place of something like that. Because it's going to be naturally supporting us in an actually immune boosting way, which is so cool. And I truly love that about using the On Guard products, is like, I know I'm not only not using these bad chemicals, if you will, but I'm actually boosting my immune system, which is wonderful. So I know Johns Hopkins did a study, I believe now it was probably 6 or 7 years ago on Guard, where they actually looked at, they did just some tests and things and found that like with superbugs, which you guys have probably all heard of superbugs, that basically like where chemicals eventually failed at killing off these superbugs, On Guard killed it off every single time. So that to me was like, wow, this is huge. If it's killing off superbugs, like it's killing off all the germs in my bathroom and all the germs in, you know, my kids' clothing or whatever it is, gym clothes, whatever. So.
Yeah. And, you know, and I think On Guard has become a very popular one in the last couple of years, and all the products with it, because of people understanding, like, we're in a pandemic and we want to boost our immune system. Right? And so, again, it's like, it's just so powerful to know that you don't, like, you can use essential oil with things you already do. I think people think like, oh my gosh, I have to like set up a process. And yeah, it might be, you know, you need it intentional, but especially if either you make your own cleaning solutions or you buy them, it's like, you're going to clean. And so it's like, you can be boosting your immune system while really like killing off things that may be attacking you or around you while you're doing it. So it's to kind of remove that from your mind, that it's like, this is just something extra I need to add into my life. I really try to help people think that we both do that, like oils is just something that could be, especially the products as well. It's just like, it's something you're either already doing, let's just add it to that and what we call habit stacking, or replace something else that you've been using, right? And so, yeah, and On Guard, again, there's, I actually have the concentrate here too as well, and the bottle too. And yeah, there's tons of On Guard products beyond just cleaning, toothpaste, hand sanitizer, mouthwash, all these different things. So definitely, if you're looking to like just in any way, possibly shape or form, boost your immune system, On Guard, they're already pre-done products. And then I'll just talk about Abode. And so Abode is known as the refreshing, I think it's known as the refreshing. And the name itself comes from the fact that it's made for our abode. It's made to, like, you know, we're spending more time in our houses than ever before, or just because of the nature of seasons of life. And so we're wanting to make sure, what people actually don't realize is that our houses can be really toxic areas if we're not. We bring in stuff through our shoes. You know, if we're not opening up our windows, you're staying circulated in here. And, you know, obviously if you have a bunch of people living, or just like, we're just spreading things too. So it's like, if our house, we want to make sure our houses are even healthy sanctuaries for us and the people that we invite over. And so Abode, the oil itself, was very intentionally designed and created. It was tested multiple times to really get the combination of oils that worked really well together and that would accomplish, not just smell great, because I think people need to get past the fact that like all essential oils need to just smell amazing. It's like, yeah, we want them to smell great, but we really want the benefits that they provide as well. And so, but this oil smells great and provides benefits. And it's just been a powerful oil to use for cleaning your house. And so you could do a lot, again, with this, so the oil itself. And Angie's, we had someone ask about it, and we both were like, we add it to our current laundry detergent, and it's just something that we've been doing. But there are tons of Abode products, and I've actually really loved the products. So there is the multi-purpose surface cleaner spray, and I haven't had clean my mirrors or you have my mirrors or my counters or my, like, just anything like that. It just works. It cuts through things and it really does clean. And so I've only been ordering like one of them each month. I'm like, I'm gonna have to start getting 2 or 3, because I'm just like so sparing with it, you know. I'm like no, I want to clean. And so it's really effective at cleaning multi-purpose surface. I use it in my bathroom and so forth. I love the dish soap. So we don't have a dishwasher in our house, which one day I pray we do. But they have the dishwasher pods, but you also can get the dish soap so you're cleaning your laundry. I mean, not cleaning your dishes. And she hasn't. She's prepared. She's not even at home.
I got it all. Here's the refill too.
Okay, she brought it all. Which, it's just amazing because even just hold the bottles of the actual the glass bottles there, aren't they?
Oh yeah. So here's the glass. So you can buy this, which is like
Yeah.
a quality bottle that
Right.
should last forever. And then you buy refills to refill it as needed.
Yeah. And the beautiful thing about that is that your cleaning products look nice. But also it's about protecting the environment too, right? So it's like rather than getting a new plastic bottle each time, we're getting a glass bottle, and you think that's either aluminum or something like that. The bottle, the refill is recyclable as well. I love the dish soap. I don't know how you have felt about it, but I felt like it's really cleaned my dishes.
Yes.
Really well.
Yes. 100%. It cuts through the grime.
Yeah.
And I have been like waiting for years for them to release a dish soap. I'm always like, what do I buy? I just, whatever. So now I'm so happy about it. But yeah, a little bit goes a long way with it.
Totally. With all of the cleaning products, the concentrates, all of that, like they're concentrated, so you don't have to use a lot. And so we just really enjoy that. They also have the dishwasher pods, laundry pods. Hand soap is more of the citrus bloom scent and flavor, and lotion and so forth. So if you're really looking to just like make it simple on yourself, like at this stage of my life, like with a young kid and one on the way, I'm like, do it yourself is just like a luxury. So I'm like, I'm going to buy. And it's just so nice that the products are pre-done and they work. I had someone ask me like, okay, but they smell great, but do they work? And they work, So, so those are some of our favorite cleaning oils and favorite cleaning products. And I'll have Angie just share a little bit more about like this month we kind of, it's very easy to be like, oh, these are exciting, but how do I get them? And do I need to go on and like, how do I know which ones to start with? So we've kind of created a cleaning kit pre-done for you to make it really easy for yourself. And I'll have Angie talk to us about that.
Yeah, perfect. So yes. And I love what you said about like, this is habit stacking. Like we are all doing laundry, right? We are all washing dishes. So this is like, you're not even hardly habit stacking. You're literally just switching out one product for another that's going to be healthier for you. So I feel like this is like, if you are going to do anything with essential oils and you like, this should not be overwhelming to you because you're already doing the things, you're already even buying the products.
Right.
You're just swapping it out. So we did want to make that like super easy for you guys, just to kind of show you the full gamut. And to have just a well-stocked home, or abode, if you will, to go along with the oil. I love that line, by the way. So we just created a custom cart of basically a custom kit for you guys to take a look at. So feel free to just reach out to either of us. Like if you've been connecting with one of us in particular or whatever, maybe you just like through hashtags stumbled upon it. Maybe you can connect with Brianna of Madewell. But just reach out to us and we're happy to send that to you. And it's just like, here's what it is. And take it or leave it, or you can edit the cart. It's kind of like yours to do what you want. But we just put most of the products that doTERRA has for cleaning in there. Some of them are going to be like tea tree, like the single oils that we mentioned, and we can give you additional recipes of like, how would I use this oil, and then others are going to be very straightforward. Like, okay, we've got dish soap and then the dish soap container to like do the refills with. So it's going to have everything from a lot of the abode products that we just talked about now to the On Guard product. I know we talked about the cleaner concentrate. Another one that Brianna did not mention is like the On Guard very high concentrated laundry detergent. I mean, this thing lasts me forever and I have 5 kids. So it's just awesome to use. So there's a lot of different things in there. If you're just really looking at, what, spring is here. I am ready to just ditch the stuff that I know is not helping my body. I know that it's not even safe to have it within arm's reach of my kid. Why do I really want to be, if it's not safe for my kid to touch it, why am I spraying a surface that myself or my children or my guests are going to touch and then like touch our face and then get those chemicals there or whatever. So if you just are ready to like get rid of all the old and bring in the new and just replace, this is the kit for you. And then through the month of April, we are offering, basically, if you get that kit, you're also going to, with that, be getting a complimentary, essentially, wholesale customer account. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's what it'll say, is wholesale customer. So when you go through the steps to get going with this kit, you'll see that credited on your account as well when you check out. And that just means that when you go to replace your On Guard cleaner concentrate or whatever, that you're going to be getting a customer discount for any time moving forward in the next year. So we're really excited to offer this to you guys. It's just the easiest way to really start introducing essential oils into your life. And if you're using oils and you haven't been cleaning with them, like, you need to start that today or tomorrow, because it really is so, so good for your health.
Yeah. And with that, again, reminder, it's like we attest to doTERRA's oils. That's the oils that we use, and we advocate for the benefits of the cleaning, but also of your health. And so I think that is, if you are actually using oils for cleaning and they're not doTERRA's, is just asking yourself some very simple questions of, like, what's in these? Are these pure essential oils that I can trust around my family, my home, all those sort of stuff? And if not, just give doTERRA a try. And I think that's the thing, is that when I tried it, I was just like, wow, these oils are powerful and they work, and I don't feel dizzy using it was just great. And so I think definitely give it a try. And as Angie mentioned, we created a custom cleaning kit for you. Through the month of April, you'll get your wholesale account for free, and you get a lot of other benefits with that. Like, you're basically a part of our team, and we will support you. We support the heck out of you. You might be like, stop checking on me, I'm fine. But we really want to make sure that you, even with the cleaning products, that you know how to use them, you know how to really integrate them into your life, those and other ones you may get. And so we're really here to support you in allowing essential oils to really support your health, just beyond cleaning as well. So please reach out to either Angie or I, whoever you've connected with or know the most, and we'll send you that link to kind of get started with that wholesale account and get started with some cleaning products. So I don't think we have any questions right now. I was typed in there. I do see some people are watching, but if you have any questions, please let us know right now. We'll stay on for a couple more seconds, and just to see if you have any questions, and we'll go from there. Yeah, and Angie and I hope to be doing another live in a few weeks. May 17th, I think, is the date, on actually sharing essential oils and the benefits of incorporating that into your life and building a business with doTERRA. We've both been doing that, for me for 6 years, Angie for like 8 or 9. I don't know. A while.
About 8.
Yeah, and how it's just blessed us, and whether it's just relationships or just really hearing like testimonies, and even financially, Angie's family has grown, and so she has to take care of her family more. So I see a couple people. Well, if you do have any questions, feel free to drop them. I'm going to post the replay here, and we'll come back in, or feel free to message either of us, Madewell Women or Angie O'Toole, and we can answer any of your questions. And we'll see you soon. Hey, Chantal. I know. I'll follow you. I'll follow up with you. I love that you hopped on here too. It's great to see you. Okay. Well, thanks so much, everybody. Thank you so much for Angie. I think we finished this in less than 40 minutes. Look at us.
Wow.
I know.
Impressive.
Awesome.
Great to be with you, Brianna. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.